Hey YouTube, what is up? EliteGamer625 here, and today's review is going to be on Neverwinter, which is published by Perfect Worlds, and is pretty much a Dungeons & Dragons MMO. Here, as you can see, I already have my character, which is just previously new. I didn't try too much of it, but there are more classes to come and many things to do. So then, basically what we're going to do is create a new character so I can show you some of the new specs we got here. And here there are only 3 servers for now, and I am going to be on the Beholder server, which is where our entire TeamSpeak and in a whole community, Killsteel Gaming community, plays. But, you know, it's your choice. I hear tons of people play on Dragon, which is another good server. But Beholder is where I'll be at. Alrighty. Here's a little cinematic to get you introduced, and I'm pretty sure you're going to notice a couple similarities as we watch. Now, in this storyline, apparently she is supposed to be like an undead sort of priestess-ish witch lady that I haven't gathered too much information on. But it kind of looks like a live-action trailer, doesn't it? But it's actually a CGI. Highly graphicized. The dragon, which is a Dragolich, which I believe you will see a lot in this game, is almost close to World of Warcraft. If you think of the Lich King, if any of you played WoW, you'd know about it. I mean, he attacks the same way, looks the same way, and they're introducing some very interesting classes into this, like that red tiefling, who is actually quite awesome looking, to be honest. I mean, he's awesome. And then you can never forget a game that they have tons of stuff. I mean, look at this. This is like, I don't know, you know that part in The Mummy Returns where they're all fighting against those undead guys? That's exactly what this reminds me of. I'm gonna keep watching. This is actually amazingly some very, very nice cinematics, and really they do this with a lot of games, and I gotta admit, not all of them actually meet up to the cinematics expectations. But I would have to say that this cinematic does give a general idea of what the game's gonna be like. You're just not gonna be, you know, completely reliving the battle like these guys are. Brute always catches the ladies. Oh well. This sort of reminds me of Lord of the Rings in a tiny way. There is your well-known cleric, and of course your tank. Now, what I do notice in these parts is, I know it's a cinematic and you gotta make it look epic, but can you, like, teamwork, you know? You have all those soldiers ready to stand and fight behind you, and you're protecting all of them by yourself. That's okay. Damn, that was a cheap-ass trick. Oh, wow. Talk about tricksters. And that is the rest of the cinematic, ladies and gentlemen. The rest of this is pretty much an ugly witch. Epicness, stop. No, I'm just kidding. Alright, well, here's the customization, as we all know. You have the humans, the elves, and there was the tiefling I was talking about. Very awesome. You can always bring back the dwarves, and the halflings. The only two that I know of currently is... Whoa. Talk about weirdness. But anyway, there's the half-elf and the half-orcs, who are both new breeds who basically are from the humans. So yes, humans did have to get there with both sides, although I prefer the half-elf. This new class here, he kind of looks and reminds me of almost maybe like a warlock or inquisitor of some sort, but some people are saying it could be a druid possibly, and I can't really minus that fact out. So we're just going to use the Tiefling for now because the Tiefling is awesome, and I'm sorry people that I'm not going to play women characters. I just don't like messing with women's bodies in these games. I don't know, it bugs me. Alright, next up is the track selection. First up we have the Trickster Rogue here, who has very high DPS damage, but from what I hear, he actually holds the current high DPS damage. He can stealth at level 10, so that will allow him to sneak up on his targets and do more damage. Another one is called Bait and Switch, which he can jump backwards and put a decoy in his place, which will be useful if you are especially in PvP and can get away. But the best one I can think of is Bloodbath, because you will flash through targets or flash on a target and do tons of damage. Thievery is just the general skill you get that in dungeons, and you will find these in there. There are things like Thievery, Arcane, and Dungeon kits, and also Nature kits as well. And you can use them to basically pick up new items according to your section. Next up is the Cleric, which, believe it or not, is actually really good in this game, and is not as boring as most healers are, that I find in most MMOs. And with this class, you can actually do a dungeon by yourself and still stay alive, and it's pretty unique how this one goes. As according to the class, I haven't quite tried it yet, but wow. So you can toggle between the enemy or ally of your right-click power. That is pretty nice. So you can actually use right-click to heal allies, or to put a dot on top of your enemies, which will make it where anyone who attacks that one enemy who's been marked gets health back. So for all you healers who want to get pro out there, if you mark your enemy first, then keep healing your tank or whatever, it would be twice as useful as just marking them. Healing Word is a regeneration effect, and can really just do damage and get health back for you. Flame Strike is a little bit different because we'll talk about it a little bit in the Control Wizard, but the flame fire powers happen to go to the clerics for some odd reason, and that I don't quite understand yet. And that brings us to the Control Wizard, which uses frost powers to eliminate stuff. Arcane and Frost, basically. If you think of a World of Warcraft perspective, Magic Missiles is his main attack, and you will want to max that first. Chill Strike is the one where he hurls an icicle at the enemy, which will stun them, and adding Chill. Chill is very useful when actually holding your enemies in place, so that's good. Arcane Singularity is a... I don't know, I didn't get that far. But I heard that there is an ability where it pulls it in, so I think that's what Arcane Singularity is. And here's the Arcana, which I talked about earlier, that he can use to pick up magic items in dungeons. Next up is the Great Weapons Fighter, which I've actually heard bad reviews about, unfortunately. It happens not to be doing well with damage, and unless you have the right items, you will not be able to go far on this one. He has Sprint as his general ability to dodge, basically, and you can use that to run around the map a lot quicker. Punishing Charge basically is just like a Guardian Fighter, but you go straight for it. The problems that I hear with this class is that he does not do enough damage as of now, really. And hopefully they will fix that up. It is still beta, so do not worry if you guys are fret. I'm sorry if I didn't mention that sooner, but yes, this is still a beta game. And they are still upcoming and adjusting what they need to. That brings us to the Guardian Fighter, which I talk about, and is the one I actually, the one you saw on the front. And pretty much this is what he looks like when he's well built, with all his armors. He has Guard as his special ability, so if you're going to dodge anything, you cannot dodge. You basically will just stand there and hold your shield up. Enforcing Threat will taunt everybody nearby to you, and save your teammates, hopefully. Let's hope that works. Fighter's Recovery basically allows you to heal yourself for a large portion while dealing damage. That is actually going to be really good, and this is his Dungeoneering kit. The last class, which is coming soon, I believe, and I can almost certainly promise you it's going to be on the dot, a Ranger. But apparently, according to other streamers and other sources I've gone to, they may say it's a Warlock or a Druid. So it is still early in the stages to understand, but most Dungeons & Dragons games like this will always have a Ranger, and it's just that one thing about the Rangers that hold up this game, that make it really unique. And that's pretty much what it is. And so for now, we're just going to go with Control Wizard so I can show you what's up and get us in the specs here. So here is the ability scores, which you can tell a mage pretty much uses intelligence, but his secondary is wisdom and charisma. And right now they're pretty much all even. And you can choose charisma and intelligence or charisma and constitution. I highly recommend for you wizards out there to get intelligence, because that will definitely benefit you and help you in many ways. That kind of brings us into the next part, which is customization. And here you can pretty much choose what kind of look you're looking for, whether it's a horn like that, or maybe a dark figure, light figure, you know, you have all these usual presets. But that's where we can go into some customizations here, so let's just go with it. But I want to go into a little bit of customization here, and so we're going to go straight to the head shape, and you can now choose between wide, full. Let's see what looks pretty good here. We're going to have to look. I'm afraid. I don't want to look too sharp. My wife's going to kill me. I want to look natural. Yes, very natural. Okay. So now we're going to that. Apparently, you can have hair. Yay. I'm bald. Alright, so that's some dreads. I like the short hairstyles, if you guys didn't know that. So maybe something like that would be okay. Mohawk. No. For this part of the video, yeah, I think we'll just go with the short black, medium tied back hair. It looks pretty decent on him. Alright, let's go. His eyes, there's only one. They don't add much customization for these guys, and that's what's good about it. You don't need to change so much. Alright, I don't want to look old. Shall I look cute? Cute and cuddly is always friendly. Or maybe young and adventurous, because I have red eyes. Or perhaps handsome. Maybe handsome will work. I like to look rough on the edges when maybe I'd be withered and middle-aged. Worn on the battlefield is always a good trait. No, seriously though, I'm going handsome. I want to look young, actually. No, screw handsome. You handsome dicks need to go home. Horns, always a special trait that you must look for in anything. I prefer these ones. I like standing up. Tattoos is only for you badasses who really want one. I don't give a dang. Scars, it depends if you like really want to show your battle scars. They don't have too many choices right now, so if I were you, I'd leave it as normal until there's actually good scars. And then you can do the face scaling, which is very in-depth, and I don't like being in-depth. So now you can have the default toned one. You can have him extremely heavy or extremely slim. As you can see, he looks like a twig stick that doesn't deserve to live. So we're gonna have him balanced, so he looks semi-fat. As far as body scaling goes, that looks pretty good to me. Yes, okay. Alright, here is the part I am still trying to research. I try to look on Google and do things like that, and I still can't find out what I mean. Although I do know that it looks like Ogma is very good with the mages, but I think each one has like a different attribute or something like that. You can choose where you come from. I'm gonna choose Neverwinter because Neverwinter is there. And here, you actually get to choose what your, it's like profession is. So you have the Clever Opportunist, Initiate of the Faith. I'm gonna be Militia Defender because I like fighting a lot more than seeking knowledge. I'm not a Jedi, sorry. So we're gonna continue on here. What it's gonna do is ask you, show you what you did and your attributes and everything. You can click here for random names, but we all know that I love myself so much that I'm gonna name me after myself. League Gamer 625. Alright, let the adventures begin. Ooh, fancy. So we are gonna get right into the game. This is right after we got attacked. Just remember that.
Hey, are you all right?
Alright, so obviously, as you can see here, there's someone else next to me who's an elf. But everyone so far only has one starting area, so don't expect you to be in a different area. For instance, like these tieflings, I guarantee you they should have their own world. You can move around, go about, and see tons of dead people, but we are going to go here.
Thank the gods. When I saw the Dracolich attack the ship,
as you can see, they need to kind of work on their CGI a little bit more because the mouthing is not so fluid. But not only that, but you must give them kind of like a round of applause for putting in voiceovers. It's not every day you get a game with voiceover in it. It's like Star Wars. I'm just gonna go with number 2.
Welcome home.
Oh, that too. You also get the will to choose your own choices. As far as if they affect the game, not really. It's still on a straightforward point, so you're just making like you're talking to them.
Legions. Search the wreckage along the shore for your gear. It's dangerous to go unarmed right now. When you finish, head up to the camp at the top of the hill. They've got a nice warm fire up there. You'll feel better once you've dried out.
To be honest with you, I don't know if you guys all want to watch that. I mean, but it is in the tutorial, and I believe I deserve to show you everything that it has to offer.
Press F to interact with characters and objects.
Just gotta grab my equipment here.
Press I to open your inventory. Double-click an item to equip it.
I'm sure you guys seen this
Press
before.
Alt key to toggle mouse cursor and mouse look modes.
And the tutorial also talks to you. That's pretty cool. And what I really like about this game, and it is going to be helpful for many of you, is this sparkly little line thing that you get to follow, because sometimes you're lost, and even though you look at the map and you can see like that circle at the top of the map there, you still won't know how to get there. Yes, I'm not calling you stupid, but there are people out there who still don't know where to get to where they want to go. Okie day. Now that we got that established.
Good to meet you. It's good to see someone survive the attack on the ship. When you feel ready, please speak to me again. I'm afraid I need your help.
They always do. They can never do things themselves.
Although we stopped Valindra's main force, the battle is far from over. The battlefield is crawling with mindless undead who lost their masters in the fighting. To make matters worse, the enemy is raising our dead to use against us. Acolyte Naaman is performing a ritual of Kelimvor to lay the newly dead to rest. That is sure to draw an attack here. I must stay and make sure Naaman finishes her ritual. Could you search the battlefield for any wounded we missed and send them here? After you finish with the wounded, go to Del McCourt's camp and tell him our situation.
So, you know, it's the usual save the day crap. You know, you'll never run into an MMO without it. So, don't be left out. If you feel like you're a loner in school or you just can't hack it, come on here. You will feel like a hero to the world. So basically, I am doing left mouse click, which is, I believe, the usual Dungeon and Dragon setup. And what I like about this is you don't need a button mash, and you don't need a mouse mash either. You just hold down your mouse, and you can kill everybody. When interacting and stuff, make sure you actually have your cursor over it, because it's not like that game where you just stand near it. It does not work that way. We are going to go through here, and we are going to save lives. This sort of reminds me of the one part in the beginning of World of Warcraft, and also Rift, where you actually had to save people. I guess you could say all of them have the same aspect.
Am I glad
But as far as the beta goes, I still highly recommend you play it. It's free to play, obviously, and it's worth playing. I would see no other point why you wouldn't. This game is worth it. Even if you had to buy it, I'd say it's worth it. But you don't have to worry. I would actually put my dot on it that this is going to be free to play. And if it's not, I'm going to rage. But it's okay. It is okay to not do what you are supposed to do in life. Level 2. You've gained a level. You need to feel proud of
Level Up Guide
yourself.
displays everything you get for
And
leveling
Delma
up.
Court is
We
a
were lucky
really,
to
really
drive
tall
Valindra's
dwarf.
forces back. Thank you for aiding the wounded. They wouldn't have survived much longer with all the undead roving about. I'll try to get medical supplies and reinforcements to Linkletter as soon as possible. Unfortunately, we've got problems of our own here.
I wish I could speak like a dwarf. I really wish.
I'm afraid I have a gruesome task for you. We've driven Valindra's main army off, but our Red Wizard allies are still harassing us with summoned undead. Private Hothedon is trying to drive them off with his archers, but they're short on ammo. Search the battlefield and scavenge some arrows from the dead, and then take them to Hothedon.
Yeah. We all know what the ending said. And yes, I did that. I really did.
Press and hold the right mouse button to channel Ray of
I
Frost.
deleted all
Slow
my
and
characters just if you wanted to know the curiosity of why don't I have a high character when we first started the screen.
Stat
It's because I
reduces the
deleted all of
target's
them.
movement speed.
And he was only level 7, so I don't call that very high. This guy, it's optional, but you know what? We shall listen to him anyway.
I will answer your questions if I can, but do not break my concentration. Valindra had a Dracolich under her control when she attacked Neverwinter. It attacked ships in the harbor, and then came straight for the city. My friends and I were helping Sergeant Knox defend the walls when it attacked. There was a terrific battle, and we were able to defeat it.
As always.
I don't know how Valindra got a Dracolich. Perhaps a deal with the cult of the dragon. The important thing is that we deprive her of it. When a Dracolich is killed, its spirit returns to a special phylactery. From there, it can
Phylactery,
possess
really?
the body of
Are we
another
gonna go with
dragon
like
and be
huge
reborn.
words? I mean, you know,
This
I know it's good for the
Dracolich's
game and all,
spirit
but
has not departed
people
yet.
don't want to go there.
Trying to bind it here. If it cannot
Oh,
return
yeah,
to
I
the
forgot to tell you that.
phylactery,
Even if you do this,
we may be able to
damn thing will
destroy
still be
it.
talking to you. So
Deprive
don't feel like you're left out.
powerful ally.
Ice beam. Oh, and that too. Apparently this game they need to fix. They give you a bunch of equipment you don't need. Like, legit. But honestly, if, I'd give this game, like, a... 8 out of 10, actually. It's a little bit still flawed, obviously, through the beta, but that's how my decision stands until anything else can be changed or whatever. And it's not a bad thing, but you don't want to just give it a 10 out of 10 because, oh, hey, I got it. I don't really see anything going on over there. Alright, so here's Private Haha.
We must drive the wizards back. Thank you for the help. The Red Wizards haven't been driven away, but this will at least force them to keep their heads down.
Level 3. I have accomplished
More
getting
undead
this
are
far.
attacking Neverwinter. They're boiling out of Castle Never and storming the Sleeping Dragon Bridge. If the bridge falls, they will enter the heart of the city.
Just to keep
Protect his
time in
enclave.
as a reference,
I
I'm gonna
must
keep
stay
it
and
going.
deal with
As
the
you
Red
know, the
Wizards.
voice keeps going,
Please,
so it's
go
not
to the
like it's a
bridge
bad
and
thing.
aid the
Oh,
defenders.
check this shit out.
Press Q to launch a
Ba-bam!
shield strike, impaling
Oh,
and freezing an enemy with a
teleportation.
shard of ice.
I gotta love that shit. Alright, so we're gonna come up here, use an ability, and screw some wizards up. So this is where it starts to get fancy, and you get to do all this. And just kill people. They're already dead, so don't feel ashamed of yourself. Kill them all. Voodoo Jester? That's gonna be like a kick-ass man, dude. Wow, come get it now.
Hello again. You're looking a good deal fiercer than when you washed up on the beach. Told you drying out by
But
the
yeah,
fire
just to
would
let you
do
know, I'm gonna
good.
go a little bit
My
tiny
mother
fast
always
to these
says warm
quests.
clothes make
If you
for a
want to, you
warm
can
heart.
pause it and read it if you like.
You've thinned out the skeleton.
When I start doing the Let's Play
What's
series, which will
wrong
be
with
after
you?
this, I'll actually take the time to let you
Linklater
listen
gave me
to it.
some
But
healing potions for you. You
also,
may
let me
need
know in the
them on
comments,
bridge.
how do you want it? Do you want me to just kind of activate the quest, get the quest, and do it? Or would you guys actually like to hear it? Please put that in the comment section and let me know what you would like to see.
They're in trouble. We must go to their aid.
Yes, indeed they are in trouble. Let's go. Dun 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 dun
Tap any
dun.
direction to teleport away from enemy
Whoa,
attacks.
whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa. There should be another one coming right here somewhere. Yep. I still didn't get away from that. Whoop, my bad. So I'm just gonna be a dick and run into this and lose some health. Sorry if it's, sorta distorted. Not distorted, I don't even know what the word is anymore.
They just keep coming.
Whose fault is that? Private Wan? God damn it, Wilfred. Why are Wilfreds always annoying? Can't they ever die in peace? So apparently we're on the Sleeping Dragons Bridge, where dragons are supposed to sleep. And I just ran into a bunch of enemies. And called more enemies to me. I'm such an idiot. I'm sorry, guys. Not really. Look at that. Ponage. Ponage. Eat that, you undead pieces of crap. Wilfred can't even fight for himself. Way to go, wimp. How'd you make it in the army? No wonder you're still a private. You bleed your lungs out. Boom! So, as far as I'm concerned, I think your powers are mostly based off of frost aspects. I didn't really see anything that could mean you're a fire mage or separating into that matter for anyway. And you guys will see it too. But so far I'm liking this game, and that the tutorial is more active than it used to be. It's really nice. I mean, look at the beautiful graphics, which I actually turned down because if I turned it all the way up, I would not be able to record this awesome video. The power of holy ice compels you. Be gone, demons. Hey. Oh yeah, sometimes the animation doesn't always come on for the ice thingy, the ice beamy. Which is, I guess, for okay. 9 hells? Are you serious? You definitely are a little boy. I don't want you near me. So this is your Necromancer class, which I'm supposed to dodge that. There we go. Dodged like a boss. Oh. Okay, I'm hearing screaming behind there, and I'm scared. Alright, alright, watch this. This is the special you get every time you fill out that bar in the middle. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to actually just come in here and kill everybody. What? Okay. You cheap shot. He cheated.
Valindra!
Valindra, no!
Wilfred, I am your mother.
is my new son. And then I'm supposed to be sad for him, apparently. But, you know, I'm gonna be like, fuck you, little boy. Because I got something on my mind. And it's not you. I'm too boss to dodge. Watch this shit. Kaboom. This is the first boss you actually face. Which surprisingly is giant. Ma. Okay, I didn't dodge that correctly. Alright, so I'm gonna freeze him, do this, this, and that. Do this, and watch this. Oh. Well, what's supposed to happen is he's supposed to fly back. But apparently he didn't, so. Ow. I'm sorry, I'm horrible at the dodging right now. I need to figure out how to use that correctly. Run. Oh, here, maybe now I can show you. There we go. I flipped him in the air. That took forever. But yeah, that's the general idea. I don't really need to waste that on him. And now we are going to go do a sad scene, my friends. A sad moment.
Sorry. Should have been more cautious. But when I thought of all my friends who died because of her...
Hey, you decided to be a moron,
Right,
you didn't like your
Sergeant
stepmother.
Knox.
I understand.
Tell him
I'm here for you.
Ask him to... You have to stop her.
Oh, you
Lord
wanted me to
Neverember
help
is
you.
no
I'm
saint,
sorry. You're gonna
but he's
die.
better
You
than
should
the
die
alternative.
anyway because you don't like your
Neverember
stepmother, and that's
fails
not my
here.
problem. It's not my fault you
Valinor
decided to go
will
with that
rule
chick.
Neverwinter.
God damn, why'd you even have her for a
Sergeant
mother?
Knox.
Holy shit, your father
He's
must be
one
nuts.
of Neverember's guards. One of the good ones. You...
Here, I'm gonna kneel and act like I'm praying for you, but I don't give a shit. And that is it, my friends. This is all for the review. If you would like more, don't forget to like, rate, and subscribe. See you next time!